Hello everyone and welcome to Jerry Stamps, and in this episode I'm going to talk about Machin stamps. Now for those of you that don't know what Machin stamps are, I shall quickly open the album and show you. So these are what Machin stamps look like. These were designed by a man called Arnold Machin, and they made their first appearance in 1967. And these are the very first ones, so these are pre-decimal. So these go from 1967 to 1970. And we'll take a closer look at these. Now you'll notice on my little labels that they've got little writing on them saying 2 bands, C band, which is for centre band, 2 band type 1, etc. I'll explain that in a minute. But this very first one is a half D, and that's 2 bands, so that means it's got 2 phosphor bands on it. So there'll be one on the left and one on the right, and they'll go vertical, straight up. And they're about 2 millimeters or so apart. Not sure if you can make it out on the video. Might just be able to make them out. And then this second one is also a 1D 2 band. That again has a band on the other side of phosphor. This next one, the 1D, that'll have a band going straight through the middle of the stamp, which is about 1 or 2, probably about 2 millimeters wide. And then these two, the 2D, they're both 2 band. You can see the band on there more clearly. So there's the band there and one there, slightly darker than the other bit of the stamp. And you'll also notice that it says type 1 and type 2. So the type 1 is slightly further away from the bottom left-hand corner there. The 2D is slightly further away than it is on the type 2. So that's how you tell those two apart. So that's those. And then the one there with a centre band, that's a type 2. So the 2D will be slightly nearer to the bottom left-hand corner there. Moving down, I have the 3D with a centre band. The 3D again, that's a 2 band. And the bands are referred to phosphor, by the way, in case I haven't mentioned that. So there's a little phosphor band either side there. Then we have the 4D. That's with a 2 band. The 4D again with a centre band. 4D centre band, but this time it's a nice vermilion colour. And then we have another 4D, and that's got a side band left. So that's the phosphor band there on the left. I'm not sure if you can see that on the video, and I do apologise for the glare. Moving down, we have the 4D sideband right. So I think you get the idea by now. The sideband is on the right. The 5D 2 band. Not very clear, you won't be able to see it on the video, I don't think. The 6D 2 band. Might just be able to make that one out. The 7D 2 band. Then we have the 8D 2 band. The 8D 2 band again in turquoise. Quite nice. The 9D 2 band there. I'm missing the 10D 2 band, unfortunately. But I do have the 1 shilling 2 band, which is quite nice. You can just about make the bands on that, the vertical lines. And then we have the 1 shilling and 6pence 2 band. Unfortunately, I don't have the 1 shilling 6pence phosphor paper one. But I do have the last one in this little collection here. The 1 shilling and 9pence 2 band. That's quite nice. I'm just going to zoom out now so you can see them all. And yeah, I think you'll all agree that makes quite a nice collection. Certainly very colourful. And then I just added these two because I just happened to have them and there's a little bit of space here. So these are overprinted the Northeastern Electricity Board, as you can probably make out on the stamp. And these are both 2D examples. So we have the Type 1 there. Very nice. And we also have the Type 2 as well. So that's that page. I'll just zoom out so you can see the page. There we are. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to find any from 1969 or any from the decimal currency 1970 just yet. But I do have some from the decimal currency series from 1971 to 1996. These were called the X series. And I don't have many of these, but I do have a few. I still have a huge bag to go through. So I'll just show you the ones I do have. So there we have the 1p 2 band there. And then the 1.5p 2 band. The 2p 2 bands there. The 2p all over phosphor. So that just basically means that the phosphorized bit is all over the stamp. The 2.5p there, 1 centre band. You might just be able to make out the centre band. I'm not too sure if you can on the video or not. Then we have the 3p with 2 bands. We have another 3p for 2 bands, but this is the Type 1. And then we have the 4p with 2 bands. £4.5 with 2 bands. The 5p with 2 bands. Another 5p there with the 1 central band on that one. Then we move on to the 5.5p there. That has a central band, which I think you can make out in the video. Yeah, you can. I'll try and point it out with my finger. Just there, going straight up and down. So that's good. Then we have the 6p 2 bands, which again I think you can make out. Just see it faint there. There's one there. There's also one there. Have I got any more? Oh yes. So moving down, we have the 7.5p there with the 2 bands, which you can quite clearly see. The 8p with 2 bands. You might just be able to pick those ones out. And then we have the 8.5p there with 2 bands. And that's it so far, guys. That's what I've managed to do. So I've hoped you enjoy this very brief introduction into Machin stamps. I'm going to carry on making out these labels and filling out the album. And then I'll go through all my Machins and try and fill it up. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do consider subscribing. Please do leave a like and any comments. I look forward to reading them and any questions you might have. I'll try to answer, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care of yourselves now. Bye for now.